Hey guys, Kev here, and I want to talk about the arc form theory. So this one was sent to me originally by Arcform, and then I also got a loaner from my buddy Backpack B. This is the one from Backpack B. The one from Arcform is being passed around my group right now. But it's the same knife, same build, everything, and I compared detents, and they're literally the same, which is awesome. The one on pass around was brand new, so it needed to break in a little bit, where this one clearly has been broken in by Brent. I think he really likes this knife. I really like this knife. I was curious to hear that Brent said he thought the detent could be stronger, or maybe he thought I would think that. I think it's perfect. I mean, it really pops for me, but maybe I'm on the lock bar, so let me try if I'm off of it. Let's see. No, it feels perfect to me. Literally dialed perfect. And then left-handed, I can go on the lock bar and flick it. That is an absolute game changer for right-handed frame locks. If I can flick them left-handed, it really changes my thoughts on the knife completely. I do have some critiques on this guy. Not many. It's damn near perfect for what it is. You can front flip it. I don't know if it's meant to be front flipped, but it works fairly well compared to most non-front flipper designs. I would start with the critiques, I guess. My first one would be, it's a little heavy. It does have some weight to it. There's no milling. There you go. That's the answer to that. There's no internal milling. So I would love to see a milled version. Now, that could be the no milling is part of why the action on this is... Sorry, the acoustics are really good. I love the way this sounds. And not having any milling in there does change that a little bit, which is cool. It has an internal relief cut, which is cool. Very nice. The backspacer, and right here, it's really rounded. And then you can see that backspacer has a contour to it, which is interesting. I don't know why, but a lot about this knife is sort of squared off, sharp angles and such. So it seems a little odd to me that it's rounded here, but it is pretty cool. I love these thumb studs. They're very nicely done. You can see they're mounted here with what looks like a T6. Yep. And then your steel insert is a T6, and then everything else is a T8, which is cool. Which is really just these two screws and the pivot. Oh, the other thing that I don't love is the blade to handle ratio, sort of. It's hard to explain. Mostly when it's closed. Like right now, it doesn't look off really to me with the, what am I trying to say? Naked eye. With the naked eye, it doesn't really look off. Maybe the blade looks a little short, but when it's closed, you can see where the tip ends and how far that handle continues. You have a good chunk of handle here. Now, I love the design. It's why they're able to kind of achieve this almost coffin handle, bone-shaped handle, almost sway back style to it. And it gets fatter down at the end. And ergonomically, it's good. So it's really just closed. That extra bit of handle throws me off just a little bit aesthetically. But functionally and all of that, I think it's fine. So it's just a little nitpick, really. I like to choke up like this. You have a pretty much defined spot right here where you can kind of turn your finger and get it in there like that. So she said, and then you can pinch down with your thumb and index finger and really get a good grip for cutting. You can pinch grip this knife. Works pretty well in pretty much any of those type of grips. Friday night gas station grip is pretty comfortable. I mean, you do have this sort of point here, but it's not sharp in any way. So you could, do some work if you had to save your Slurpee. I'm not normally a thumb disc / odd thumb stud guy, but they did it really well on this one. It really lines up great with your fingers, and you can get good pressure off of it and pop those. The thumb is great. The thumb is excellent. And left-handed flick, great. And I think that's the one for me to judge on. The right-handed flick, you know, I'm left-handed, so it's a little bit awkward for me to do, but it works really well. Lefty thumb flick is great. Overall, left-handed, it's fantastic. Obviously, you don't have the lefty clip, but, you know, I've learned to just carry in my back left pocket. I had no problem with this clip. Very simple but flat. I love that for ergonomics and aesthetics. It's just a beautiful knife. We're rocking M390 steel. I believe, I'm pretty positive this is a Riot on the build. At least that's what I've been told. And that's what it feels like, you know. Quality-wise, it feels definitely like a Riot, I would say. But I could be wrong. The action, again, D10 is great. Look at the close on this. And the acoustics are insane. Listen to it lock up. Just has a good sound, especially when you just flick it. Just sounds great. And you have a lot of options with the lefty, righty, thumb flick, reverse flick, and then the front flip. I don't think you're going to get a good reach around or anything, but yeah, no, I'm not getting that. But yeah, very cool. I don't know what other versions there were. This is the only one I've seen. Would be awesome if there was like a belt satin or something. But you know, I'm crazy like that and I want belt satin. I'm sure there's other versions. You can check it out. I'll link it down below if I can find it on anybody's website or their website, just so you can see. It might be sold out. I'm not sure. These have been around for a little while now, a few months. So you have these cool bronze accents. Titanium, obviously, very, very cool. You have the Arcform logo right here, which is nice. It's a little bit of overkill with the Arcform and the logo. I would have gotten rid of one or the other. Probably the logo, just because it would clean up the blade quite a bit. Be nice, right? But this is unique to me. I mean, in a day and age where a lot of designs are similar to something else. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm not saying anybody copies anybody. That's not what I'm saying. But it's hard to say this is super unique. And this is super unique. I mean, try it in the comments. I would love to hear anybody tell me what knife this is similar to or whatever, because I can't think of any. And that's really cool. I love the blade shape, by the way. It's like this sheep's foot. I mean, it is, I guess, a sheep's foot, and it has a lot of belly to it. And it's good for your sort of indexing utility cuts. Now, the handle and everything's a little longer than I like normally. So, you know, pinching up, I have this here, so it's a little bit awkward to get to the tip, but it's fine. It's got a downward sweep to it, which is nice. And then slicing is really good. I use this to open a lot of icy pops and packages and stuff. And it goes through everything like butter. It's sticky, stupid, sharp. I will say, for being Riot, that's what we're assuming it is, the edge termination, to me, seems really good. I don't know, you guys tell me. Plunge grind. Looks to be right behind the edge. So I don't know how many sharpenings you're going to get out of this, but somebody who's a little bit more experienced can tell you the answer to that. I love how this titanium is finished, PVD coated or DLC, whichever. Really nicely done, really matte finish. I love that on handles, not so much on blades, but this one doesn't bother me. There's actually two here right now that I'm reviewing. They actually have similar colorways. This is the Berg Blades Mini Barber. I am in love with this knife, by the way. This is absolutely fantastic. If you have not seen this or missed out on it, He has them for sale right now on his website for $275. Riot build. Oh, man, dude. It's so good. Hollow grind. I mean, just another home run. Look at these two together. Beautiful combination. But they both have that matte PVD DLC finish. This one looks like it has a little bit more of a wash to it, maybe. I don't know. Interesting. But apparently they're both Riot and they look a little different. So maybe one isn't. I don't know. I love this knife though. The ergos on it. It looks kind of, awkward, but man, right into the poon. Flat spot. Perfect size for me. Man, it's so good. But anyway, colorway wise, they're very similar. They have that sort of brownish, bronzish with the black. I think it's a great combination if anybody's looking to put a kit together or whatever. But I'll do a desktop video on that knife very soon. Love it. Yeah, overall, this is a banger. And it's also a tall enough blade that the edge comes down to a really nice thin edge. Great for cutting. Now, I will say you have these long studs. They're going to be in the way, during some cutting. I don't know how that works with sharpening. I don't cut stuff that really, like I didn't cut any heavy cardboard with this, so I can't really tell you if it binds up here. I had no issue with what I cut, but that was mostly like, tape, slicing packages, and then ripping through icy pops to get those open. So, again, somebody in the comments who has one of these could tell us, but obviously with something like this, you're always going to have that concern, right? That it's going to bind up. Overall, this is a home run. Fantastic design from Arcform. I believe this is an in-house design. It is called The Theory. And big shout out to them. Thank you for sending me one of these to check out. And thank you to Backpack B for doing the same. Very cool. Just kind of hilarious that they showed up the same day. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. This is one of my favorites I've seen this year, for sure. So, I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. And I will catch you later.